There are a few more topics we need to discuss regarding IAM before we will move forward to other services. So let's get on with it, and let's right now discuss the custom policies, because I mentioned you previously that there are managed ones, but there are also custom ones. So we can click create policy here, and now we can do either a policy editor or JSON, and if you feel comfortable, start to editing and typing it yourself. But right now we will use a visual one, and first thing is specify what actions can be performed on specific resources. So we will choose a service. Let's say S3 because we are doing it so much. And now we have, let's say, all actions. So it would be a star, what would be an effect, so allow or deny, and some, let's say, list. There are many, as you can see, there are many, like there are 16 from the list level, 60 from the read, 57 from the write, you don't need to know them all, of course, 15 from permissions management, and 12 from tagging itself. But let's for a moment think that I would like to have just one particular thing, so maybe S3 list bucket. If I will scroll to the bottom, I can choose resources. So either all that would create a star for us, or a specific one. If we would have buckets here, then we would, let's say, could type a bucket name. Let's say we would have a briefly S3 bucket created. Then if I would do something like that, I would be able to do this list, but only on this particular bucket, not on all of them. So I will click next, and let's call it briefly S3 bucket maybe. And we will see here that we have this permission. Let's create it. And now we will filter. We got customer managed one. So let's see how it looks. So it also is JSON. It has a version, it has a statement. SEID, it's not required thing. This was added here, visual editor. This is being useful if you want to also give a brief description or ID of this policy inside of it. And we have a effect or allow and action S3 list bucket on this particular resource only. And now when we have such policy, we can, let's say, go to a user and we can add permissions, attach policies directly. And here we can do a customer managed and give ourselves our policy. And we will do add here. So one more or maybe two important notes regarding also policies and permissions. So they sum up. So if I have a Amazon S3 read-only access policy here, and I have this particular policy, whatever it would be, my overall permissions are a sum of all policies that I have attached to my account. The same is more or less with groups. If a user would be a member of two or three or even more groups, and those groups would have different permission sets, then I'm allowed to do whatever all of those policies allow me to do. But there is one particular twist which we need to know about: the explicit deny. So if, let's say, I would have right now a policy for S3 read-only access that allows me to access all of the S3 buckets, but then I would create, let's say, a custom policy for an particular S3 bucket, let's say this one, but we would change an effect from allow to deny on those particular actions, or maybe this particular action even, then this action would be denied overall. It doesn't matter that I have an allow in different policies, or even many of policies allow me to access this S3. If one of them will be a deny, then deny wins. So you need to be aware of that, and that will be wrapping up regarding the policies, let's go to another video, discuss few more short topics, and we will be wrapping whole IAM service. So let's hop into another video.